Too. So I wanted to make this video today because one of my cousins reached out to me and asked me for some advice, and it's pretty hard for parents who haven't been brought up in this way or that are not very fiscally responsible or fiscally knowledgeable to help their children out. And we've been victims. I was victims of that. My cousins all have the same problem. Our parents really don't have any savings. They never really geared us up for this. So what I hope to do today is to explain to you guys how to help your children get credit and start their path to saving in life. So one of the first topics I wanted to talk to you guys about is if you're physically responsible yourself, fiscally responsible yourself, and you have a good credit card, good credit score, you pay off monthly, the first thing I would advise you guys doing is putting your kids as an authorized user on your account. So once you do that, your kids automatically going to start to benefit from your good credit habits. And by the time your kid hits 18, they'll have a great credit score in the 700s. They're going to be able to get their own credit. That benefits them, and it also benefits you. Less dependency on you guys, less having to worry about them. They can start making their own decisions. And that's really going to help them out, honestly. It's probably one of the best things you can do for your kids. And if you don't have the means to put them on there, I would recommend start slowly saving up with them and making sure that they have the money set aside for when they're 18 to automatically jump on and get a secured credit card. I can't stress the importance of how much a secure credit card is to someone, because they do have interest rates, and it's not like it's an interest rate free card, but the beautiful part about it is they can only spend up to the limit on the card. So let's just say if it's a $500 card limit, they can only spend up to $500. But my recommendation would be never spend that amount of money, because you'd want to spend only like on gas, few small things here and there, pay it off at the end of the month. So if you don't have the means to help your kids get up and with you in your credit score, then I would say start saving, or have them do a job around the house, have them bag some groceries, start saving until they can get to that $500 limit. And getting that secure credit card for the first year of being 18 will be crucial for them in their credit history, and being smart with that. Now, how to use a secure credit card? It's very easy. So you're going to put the money down at any financial institution that you choose to. It's going to be a standard thing pretty much wherever you go. If you're going to shop interest rates, that's up to you. I would advise not even worrying about the interest rate, because what I'm going to tell you is only spend what you know you can pay off. So if you have a $500 limit on your credit card, and you know that you're not making a surplus of $500 a month, that you can spend on that, you're only going to make $150 that you can spend off. I would suggest getting that card and only spending it for gas, small things, groceries here and there, to-go food, and make sure you can pay that debt off at the end of the month. That will really help your credit score. It'll really help you out, especially for the first year. And then remember, at the end of your secure credit card, once you realize your credit score is good, it's stable, you can drop the secure credit card and get your money back out of that. Now, when you start buying, when you start acquiring other credit cards, it's best to shop around for points, best to shop around for stuff that, gets you into what you want to be in. That's a whole different topic. But for now, it's securing your child's credit, securing your credit, especially as you're 18 and you're just starting to get into this. There's a bunch of different stuff that I want to make sure you guys know when it comes to debt. You want to avoid it at all costs. So, like I said earlier, you want to make sure you pay off everything at the end of the month. You don't want to have an elaborate $500 bill. If your limit is $500 with a secure credit card, you're going to want to only spend, 15 to 20%. Let's be realistic. You're young, you're not making that much money. You want to make sure you pay it off. So do it that way. And then when you get credit, you want to avoid debt. Like, debt is the biggest killer. If you see most credit cards, their interest rate are anywhere between 10 to 25%, and that definitely doesn't help. Like, that hurts, and that will continue to hurt for a long time. Don't get as many credit cards as you want. Choose maybe 1 to 3 that you think will fit you when you turn 18, and then do the same principles. Only spend what you can pay off at the end of the month. That will ensure you have a great credit score your entire life if you follow that philosophy. I'm now 31, and my credit has been in the 800s for several years. It's now at 814. It was at 819, but I had a hard credit pull for my Tesla coming up soon, which I'm really excited to share with you guys. Only charge what you can afford. Pay off your bills in full on month. Understand how dangerous debt is. Debt is not something you want your child or you to carry along if you're 18 watching this video, because you have to be 18 to own a credit card. But make sure that if you're doing this for your children, they obviously have a head on their shoulders. You explain to them the dangers of credit. I know a lot of people think it's a good thing, but it's not. It'll hurt you. It'll definitely not do anything good for you. Pay off stuff as much as you can. Also, when you're looking at credit cards, watch out for some have annual fees, some have outrageous fees. Avoid those at all costs. You can get really good credit cards that give you points, incentives with no fees on them. So don't just make the minimum payments either, guys. Make sure you pay it off in full. Pay off as much as you possibly can. You got to remember that interest will kill you. It will kill you. So make sure you pay it off in full. Pay off as much as you possibly can if you overextend yourself. But that's the one key thing I want you to pay attention to, is not overextending yourself when it comes to credit. Check your statements every single month too. Even if it's a secure credit card, make sure no one has stolen your car. Make sure nothing funny's happened. You're always going to want to check your statements and make sure there's no problems. And get a free credit report tool to make sure that everything's going right, like Credit Karma. You can sometimes get it from your bank. They'll tell you what your monthly credit is without actually pulling your credit, because you never want your credit pulled. Hard pulls on your credit will show as a negative, and that's not good. Not good for you to do at all. You're only allowed 1 to 2, I think, a year for safety, and you don't really want much more besides that. And you can ask them if you do overextend for some breaks. You can always do that, but just be cautious. Always be cautious when doing that. So today's video is going to be real short. I just wanted to say, parents, if you have the ability to put your kids as an authorized user or signer on your account, do it. It's only beneficial for them. But if you know that you can't handle your own finances, then definitely don't do that, because it'll hinder them in the future. So gear them up for what's called a secured credit card. Almost every financial institution has that you can go purchase one from, and start them off at 18 that way. If you can get them going before 18, which I know some places do 17 for secured, start them then. But you want to make sure, if you possibly can put them on as a signer, do that. It's so beneficial. And yeah, if you guys have any questions for me, please put them in the comments. Like, subscribe, hit the bell. Thanks.